Yes, how are we, boys? We well?
We're back.
Yes, well.
Mac Attack.
We got the new one in. Welcome.
Yes.
Wilbur. How
How
are you, boys?
I'm feeling good.
Moff has been subbed out.
Yeah, no, really privileged to be here. I've got lots to say on numbers, so yeah, looking forward to it.
Hey, do not disrespect this community.
Yeah.
Nah,
Because
never.
this has to be one of the most replied podcasts we've ever done. Like the amount of DMs I got this week, feedback for a lot of us, with everyone's suggestions too. We can't thank you enough. But there's a lot to get through. So I'd say treat this with respect.
I will. I feel like I'm walking on eggshells because I'm not the brightest when it comes to footy numbers, but
That's
all right.
That's why it's great to have you on the show because
Yeah.
that's exactly what we're doing
What
today.
number were you? Are you, sorry?
I'm number 54, but I used to roll around in the 62. And
They both
In fairness, they both suit you.
I want to go back to the 62 to be honest, but
A little bit.
I don't think
yeah.
you'll be wrestling anyone to get it back, would you?
No, not at this point. No.
That's elite. Mac, bit of feedback for you as well.
Yeah.
They
let's
did
hear
not
it.
like it when you were disrespecting the 44 on the weekend.
Yeah,
Have
I
you
know.
thought about that?
I did. I
It's actually one of the most
understand. It's actually
decorated numbers in the AFL.
Yeah, it's a
like
good number.
Corey
I was a
Enright,
bit hard on it.
Wirrapunda.
Kalwuki?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
44.
It wouldn't.
Yeah, no,
very
that
good
wasn't
play,
fair.
Kalwuki, but
That's
I wouldn't-
good by
I
me.
wouldn't say he's Wirrapunda or Corey Enright levels
no,
as
no,
yet.
not just
as
yet.
yet.
Not just yet.
Not just yet. But let's get into it, boys. Hey, a bit of a recap just on a couple because whilst we do this, this could go forever because there's list management things happening as we speak. So we can only be reporting on what we know. And it's hard because there's still a few guys that are still waiting on contracts and whatnot. But that's changed a couple of little bits of the other 8. So we went from A to Z with the top 8 being, Adelaide finishing at Hawthorn, I think we did. And then we're going to be doing today from Melbourne to Western Bulldogs.
Beautiful.
Last week we spoke about Geelong. We spent a bit of time on this and we're talking about obviously Baslenka coming to the club.
Mm-hmm.
What does Ollie Dempsey do? And I've had a change of heart. The DMs have come through.
Okay.
Baslenka, I think he does suit the 3.
No, he does.
Yeah, he's a 3. Jimmy Bartel, Baslenka in the 3. I think it works.
I was
there-
We were putting him in the 2 last week.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Or do you move... I know this would be very harsh for Toby Conway, but do you move Toby Conway back out of the 6?
Hey, this is why we're getting you.
Yeah,
here,
we
mate.
need
The spitball.
bit of spice.
Bit of spice. This look, and again, please. There's 2 ways we do this. There's we can throw shit at the wall and see, in a perfect world that'd be great. But then we also have to come back to reality and go, what's actually possible. So, Conway out of the 6. I don't love ruckman in low
Yeah.
numbers, but besides the number 1, which we clarified last week, because
Yeah.
I think
Allowed.
1 should be worn by the tallest or the smallest player.
Yeah.
But I don't mind that.
Nah.
Beats just made a good point. He goes, what would be a price, do you think, at AFL level you'd take to swap numbers? So if Baz was going to pay Toby Conway to take the 6, how much do you think he would pay?
Well, Toby Conway's played 6 games, so probably like $50 or...
No, it'd have to be way more than
Toby
that.
Conway would not be asking for $1,000
I
off
genuinely
Bailey
reckon it
Smith.
would have to be... I think it would have to be up to like 10 grand.
What?
10 grand?
Yeah.
Yeah, see...
Oh.
Mate, these guys are on good money.
Imagine being him though, and you've played hardly any games. Bailey Smith comes over and asks for the number.
I don't think he
I'd
will. I
almost-
don't think we have to
Nah.
go there, but I think that it'd have to take of something pretty appetising to get out of the number. I reckon Bailey Smith goes to the 3. I reckon Dempsey, I've just been thinking about this, he's a loyal guy.
Yeah.
I reckon he wants to... Geelong have really... They're big on their numbers. So I think he wants to make the 28 his own.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like he'll do that.
Yep.
Then the big question here is, who then goes in the number 2?
Someone has to.
Which is huge because from memory, for me, the person that stands out as a 2 the most is Tom Harley. As you know, what they like to do there at Geelong is almost match up similar-ish players. You think about, Dangerfield going into Chappie's 35 or, those sort of things that they've done. The only person I could think that would be somewhat fitting and hasn't fully established himself, is going to be an absolute gun player, but didn't play a lot this year, is you could put Sam de Koning in the 2.
You could put Sam de Koning in the 2.
Yeah.
And I don't mind
From
it.
the 16.
Yeah. Do you want someone that is replicating a Zach Tui, Or
Nah,
does
I
it
think
have to
Tom.
be
I think it
like
has to be a
real
Tom Harley.
great? Okay.
Tom Harley. Because you think about even about like Corey Enright,
Yeah.
right? And then Tom Stewart goes into that number.
Yeah.
The only one that doesn't really match up is Cameron Ling with Brad Close.
Yeah.
Somewhat different.
Just a lot, really
Somewhat
on
different.
two different ends of the scale.
But you think about it with like Baslenka with Jimmy Bartel. You've got it's sort of endless really. Like even to an extent, Isaac Smith with Sean Manor. The way they sort of play is somewhat similar.
Yeah. I'm starting to see all the connections.
Do you like it?
Oh yeah, all the dots.
The numbers are growing on him.
Yeah, the dots are really connecting.
As we've had the week to go over this, I've really been thinking 2 is probably, I'm going to argue it's the worst out of the top 10 numbers. Like if you go from 1 to 10, 2 is probably at the bottom. It's an awkward, like...
I fully stand with Mac on that one.
What? I'd have to say 6.
Oh, no, I like 6.
I don't like it's an upside down 9.
Oh.
It's not standing. It's 9 doing a handstand. I just don't know if it's really...
That's controversial.
I'm not sure if it's worked
It's very
itself out.
controversial.
I think it just is a little bit of an awkward number. I don't mind it. Like, I wouldn't be saying no to it.
Yeah.
For years, 8 didn't go well with me, but I think 8's a really cool number now.
8 looks weird. 8 does look weird, but it stands on its own. So
5's a bit of a number that I reckon it's like... It's almost gone out of fashion a bit. It's
No,
like, I'm
yeah.
James Hird. I'm Nathan. Shut up. No, you're not.
I love
No
5.
one-
You know what I mean?
I can't.
Yeah, but everyone loves 5. So
I think this might be when I was like little, like I'm 6, so use of 2009.
Yep.
Carlton, we had like good numbers. We had like not 2009-ish, but like that sort of. We had Andrew Walker at 1. Didn't really have a beast number 2. Murph at 3. Gibbs at 4. Judd at 5.
Yeah, Juddy's a 5. Like I think you've got to if you're wearing the 5, you've got to be a man. Like you got to be a not like
Captains speak to me as a 5.
yeah.
I can't explain
Captain,
it.
Let's
It's
move
just
on. We
captains,
haven't even got into this.
Yeah, we
round
need
yet.
to get
We're
into
gonna go
this,
through it.
Gillette.
Just to quickly go through again. So Brisbane, other mistake we made, and I apologise. It's an absolute indictment on myself, but we didn't realise the number 10 was available, formerly worn by Daniel Rich. That's
Yeah.
had a year out, mind you.
Yeah.
And do you know what that means? That means they know that Levi Ashcroft has been coming from a year out, and they've said we're going to hold the 10 for him to then come into.
We were
So there's no
discussing
way.
this off air, and I said, but like he's number 3 through his junior footy, so maybe he likes number 3.
I went on
and
his
then,
Instagram.
Yeah,
He's changed his thing to. Levi
he's got number
Ashcroft
10 in his Instagram handle. So
Well, I've got a. Who takes Danaher's 3 is the question. I think it'll be Sam Marshall. Again, what's going to happen versus what I think should happen. I think Sam Marshall will come in. He's a 185 centimetre midfielder from Sandringham Dragon. So is he father-son?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is a father-son.
Father-son.
He got best on ground in the Talent League Grand Final.
Cool.
Played out of his skin.
Well, that's number 3 sort of esque.
Yeah.
But the other thing I would love to see, and again, you don't really change numbers after winning a grand final, but Jasper Fletcher from the 28 into the 3 would also be quite nice. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Again, moving on, Hawthorn. We had Tom Barras last week in the 20 because of his good friend Jeremy McGovern from West Coast. We thought, that might take place.
Yep.
Ethan Phillips since then, unfortunately for him, has been delisted, and fortunately for Tom Barras, he wears the number 37. So that
makes sense.
opens up. I see him taking the same number.
Bang, bang.
I think we missed this last week, but Dan Rioli going to Gold Coast, I think he might take the 4 handed over from Premiership teammate Brandon Ellis. Probably going to happen. I think they played in Premiership together. And then obviously the feedback on the 44.
I'm sorry.
There's do not disrespect the 44
Yeah.
ever. All right, moving on. Melbourne. Numbers available are... Actually, Matt, could you have a quick look at this? Because I think there's actually more this week, because I think 20's come up. Adam Tomlinson has left the club, but 10, 12, 19, 20, 30, 43. They hold pick 5 and 9 in the draft. Harry Sharp's come across from Brisbane. Tom Campbell for his 4th club. And then the only question mark I had around player movement was potentially Colton Tholstrop. He's in the 39 at the moment.
Yeah.
Bit of a character. I know they like him. Does he move?
I don't like the 39 on him, so I'd like to see him out of it. I feel like
How many games did he play in his first year?
he played 10.
It's pretty good.
10 as a 19-year-old forward.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And you'd think he'd be playing a lot more
Yeah.
this year.
Could you...
next year.
Could you see him in a 29 instead
I
of a
don't think you
39?
move from 39 to,
Nah.
like, if you're going to, he's going either
You've
to
gotta
10,
go
12
all
or
the way.
19.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't just throw moves everywhere. It's got to be a big jump for sure.
But then again, with pick 5 and 9 in the draft, if they're going midfielders,
10 and 12.
you got to go 10 and 12. Like, you got to just give them the 10 and 12.
Big legacy for a small forward to go and try and replicate Angus Brayshaw's career
Yeah.
by wearing the 10. It's
Yeah, I
a
agree.
massive jump,
Yeah, I agree.
and I feel like, yeah.
So I reckon we keep him in the 39. Then I actually like the 39. It's actually a very big number at Melbourne. Neville Jetta. Nev used to wear the 39. Sorry, so it's a very proud number. Pick 5 and 9, 10 and 12. I put Harry Sharp in the 19.
Yeah.
Bit of a nothing number, but
It's not a great number.
it's just
He's a winger, but
It's better.
it's better than... It's the
better
only one
than
that
30,
suits.
43.
He's not spoilt for options.
I actually like 43 the best, but it's better than 19, 30, and 50, which I've got Tom Campbell in the 50. I think he has to take the 50. Ben Brown's
Yeah.
50.
I like it.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Yeah.
I want to see the cockroach in the 50.
50 is the cap, isn't it? Is it?
Wow, it's funny you say that because I was doing some research earlier, and a young man by the name of Campbell Gray is actually wearing the 52 at Richmond.
Oh.
Never got a game, but he's listed as a 52. And Jacob Blight wears number 51 for Richmond.
There you go. I thought it was...
Look, I didn't do that. I didn't do that research, BDOS, but yeah, 52.
Yeah, I thought it was just like 50 and then VFL was 50 onwards.
Oh,
Nah, 50. I think with like a lot of so it was Richmond, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm pretty sure like there was a guy wearing 51 last year as well.
yeah.
So they went up for some reason. I don't know why. But I don't think
Good on him.
we should be going too high. I don't know.
Nah,
I'm
what are you
sure.
doing going above 50?
Nah, I want
Yeah.
to see a 62. I want to see a 62.
You can go down the animals and see the 62 if that's what
Yeah.
you want to see.
Yeah.
All right, North Melbourne. Now, fair bit available here. Lot to go through.
Heaps.
It's sort of interesting, right? Because they've brought in a lot of sort of recycled players, which I love. Like Caleb Daniels, huge. Love that for North. They've got 1, 5, 14, 26, 28, 36, and 45.
Lot of
So they've got some good
selection.
numbers.
Yeah, they do.
Would you rather see, here's one for you. Would you rather see Tristan Sherry or Caleb Daniel in the 1?
It's a great question.
It's-
and that's why you're on the show.
Yeah.
See,
I think for me, I'd rather see Tristan Cherry in it. 'Cause I
Yeah.
think like he's had such a good year and he's been North for like the
100%.
whole time.
100%.
But I'd also be very happy with Caleb Daniel in it if he was. I think that'd be very funny. That'd be fucking awesome.
It'd be very funny.
Like it would be funny to watch.
Yeah.
Like it'd be
Yeah.
sick.
It'd work so well.
But I've heard that again, our man Azza, he's a big listener of the show. So shout out if he's listening. He's from Perth. He met him over in Perth, but he messages every week.
shout out Azza.
Shout out Az.
Good on you.
He's a big West Coast Eagles man. Goes to all the training sessions and he speaks to all the players. So he's got open dialogue with Jack Darling,
Oh, yes.
and he reckons that Jack Darling, he's got his eyes on the 1.
Jeez.
Oh,
How do we feel about that?
Jack Darling, eyes on the 1.
Eyes off or eyes on?
Nah,
well, if
it's
he's...
just
Like how many years has he got left? I just don't want to throw someone in the 1 for 3 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think
you've got to be there for a couple of years because how old is he now? Like
well, he's a year older than me, so I'm 31. He'd be 32.
32.
Yeah, you're almost dead. But, like I've only got a couple good years left.
Jack Darling, you can't take number 1.
I think what's he best suited for? What was
28.
that?
We had him in the 28.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, I feel like he's going to take the 28.
Yeah.
What's McKercher rolling around with?
10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think he keeps the 10. Like I wouldn't mind him moving to the but I think when you're 10, like Cunnington, like Ben Cunnington, number 10, hand it over. I think you keep it.
Definitely.
So I'd love to see Cherry in the 1. Do I think it'll happen? I don't know. I think it's a bit far fetched.
Where's Cherry right now?
He's in 38.
Yeah,
Disgusting
nah,
number.
fix that up.
Probably the worst.
Even
number.
if he's not,
Like,
even if he's
probably
not
the worst
1,
number by far.
even Go
38,
14.
48, and 28 are like my three most hated numbers.
48 is pretty ugly. Oh, I will say that. It's probably one of the ugliest, like...
Liam
looking.
Baker was 48 when he started.
Yeah.
I'm
And
pretty sure Liam Jarrah was 48 for
I'm
Melbourne.
I'm so glad that Liam Baker changed numbers
Yeah.
after the 48.
Yeah.
Because I just don't think anyone can...
47 would be worse than 48.
No, it's
I
not.
reckon.
It's not. 48 is the
At least
worst.
it's even. It's like
Nah.
49.
I'd rather be
The
47.
8 is
100%.
already an ugly number as it is.
It's a big number.
To put a 4 in front
But
of
it's
it
funny,
was just-
right? Because then you go like 44 and 45. I actually really like.
Yeah.
And 43.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's weird how this
I
this
just-
game works.
Just quick. I know this is probably... It could be a quick no to this answer,
Yeah.
but our good friend Charlie Comben, do you see him changing a number to a lower one?
What's he on?
He's on 30 at the moment.
Do we call
yeah.
him?
Yeah, Colin.
We
We've
could-
got to call him.
Is he
He's
on
overseas
holidays?
at the moment, but I actually would love to ask that question
Yeah.
to him.
Um,
Because I reckon we could.
because he could go into a more of a key defender role.
I'd love to see him in the one.
That'd be cool.
He suits one.
That'd
Could
be
you
very
put?
cool.
I wouldn't necessarily love him in the 5. 'Cause I
Nah,
think it's more
no
than
way.
a person's number.
Number 5's got to go to pick one.
It's
they're
got to
picking a
go to
midfielder.
a. It's got to go to a mid.
I could see him in the 1 or the 14.
Yeah, I could see
I could see him in the
14.
14. Liam
Yeah, no,
Shield
I'm just
as
getting-
he's.
He's in doing some weird shit. He's in Iceland, isn't he?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I saw on his stories how he had like
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
some Viking shit happening.
Must be heaps of reception there.
Okay, he might be
Okay.
asleep.
Could be asleep as well.
Oh, he's definitely asleep. All right, that's good. I don't know if there's a number for him necessarily that I would change to besides the 1. North Melbourne supporters, though, think that the 1's cursed.
The
Oh,
one's
what? Yeah.
cursed.
See, that's why I'm glad we did 2 parts because we didn't know this.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting a lot of these like things in
We could have
now.
set someone up for failure here.
Who were some other ones? The North?
Hamish McIntosh?
He was good.
No, but I think just like a lot of injuries and stuff. Like,
Ah, okay. Well, Hugh Greenwood this year. Ooh. I only played the 3 games.
yeah.
Felt like he played a lot more than 3.
I'm trying to look up history of number 1. North's greatest numbers. Here we go. Number 6 is big. Shannon Grant, John Dugdale, Ian Fairley, Arnold Bredis.
Yeah.
That is number 9. So Andrew Swallow, Barry Cable, Ken Dean. 11, obviously Glenn Archer, Ferrito, John Burns. 18, Wayne Carey, Paul Felton, Sean Atley made it in there. Number 20 is a big number for them. Wayne Schimmelbusch, Drew Petrie, John Brady. 29, Brent Harvey, Peter German, Phil Baker. So they're the best numbers at North.
So in their best numbers at the moment is Will Phillips, Will Dawson, number 20, Nick Larkey.
Yeah, I think he's doing it
Yeah.
justice.
He's doing it justice.
Yeah.
Number 6, George Wardlaw. And that's about it.
Yeah.
Well, who's the Ducks number?
18.
18 is Will Dawson.
Has he played much?
3 games.
Okay. We'll give him another year. All right, so just to wrap up, I think we've got Jack Darling in the 28, Jacob Kazanti in the 45, Caleb Daniel in the 1 or 36, Luke Parker in the 26, because
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's what he was at Swans. Pick 2, we're going to say for number 5.
Yep.
Now, if that gets traded, because apparently Richmond are trying to get pick 1 and 2, North would drop down to something like pick 6 or something like that. I think it
Regardless.
is. So
Their
regardless,
first
we
pick's
keep
got to
it
be
for
number
5.
He's going to be part of the core.
And then Tristan Cherry would love to see him in the 1. Don't think he will, but that's love to see it. Port Adelaide. We have
Adelaide.
Not some terrible numbers here.
got some good numbers
Yeah.
here. 5, 12, 22, 31, 32, 37, 40, and I think 17's in there as well. There's been a few delistings over the last couple of days. Tom Cleary and a few other guys. Can you? I don't think there's any.
The other ones
like-
were all 40s.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything too good in there. We messaged Lukosius. I messaged Lukosius.
Yes, Luco.
He likes the 12.
He likes the 12.
Even though the 5's available, he's like, no,
Yeah.
and I love it. That's great awareness of
And
what
he's-
your number you should be.
And he's
Yeah.
taken it off a Gold Coast teammate from the Cannon, Big Trey McKenzie.
Will, you're better at this than I thought you were going to be.
Yeah.
And guess what?
and you were a bit
Two
unsure.
super boots.
2
Two mega boots. What
yeah.
are they? Yeah.
Yeah,
The Cannon.
Two bloody cannons.
It's great.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm glad he's not just going to go try to claim the smallest number. He's like, I know what I am.
Yeah. You got to be self-aware in this life.
Yeah, 100%.
Pick 13 in the 5. In the
Yep.
number 5.
Yep.
Again, it's out of the top 10, but
Really just depends who they pick.
it's a great call, Mac. If it's a key forward, like we don't want another key forward in the 5. It has to be a midfielder, but we're just hoping it's a midfielder.
Hoping it's a midfielder.
Yeah. I'd rather go off a 10-year, 150-gamer midfielder that goes in the 5 than picking up the next Buddy Franklin and putting him in the 5
No.
because it just
Yeah, I
wouldn't look
agree.
like. Yes, you'll get the best player of all time and you might win 3 flags, but aesthetically, I don't want to see him in the 5.
No.
So just work with me on that. Atkins, I've given him the 37.
Yeah?
Actually, the 32 is available. I could give him the 32.
Yeah, give him 32. That's
32. That was the low blow. Let's get the 32.
32 for Chats with Rat.
Chat with Rat. Good podcast, actually. He's doing
Great
good.
pod.
Rat's actually a ripping bloke. Ripping guy. Very funny. And then Joe Richards, I've put him in the 22.
Good.
Yep.
I like. It aesthetically would look good.
Yeah. I like this.
It's really grown on you, hasn't it?
Yeah. I mean,
22 is a really underrated number.
Charlie Dixon
I like
to
22.
Joe Richards in like height form, but I feel like 22 can be a whippy number.
It's a very versatile. Could be nearly one of the most versatile numbers.
Yeah.
Like
That's a question.
good call.
What is the most versatile number here? Like, what number could ruckman, forward, mid, wing?
14, to be
Yeah.
honest.
14's very, very versatile.
Very versatile.
And they have to be desirable as well. So
Yeah.
most versatile, desirable number.
13?
Yeah, I don't know how many people want it though.
Like I was going to say 11, but I feel like 11 has to be like a winger
Yeah.
Or a back pocket.
or a ruckman.
Ruckman.
Yeah.
I know a few ruckmans.
Even
who
like
are
a
11.
17 is definitely a winger.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll
6
get,
is pretty versatile.
we'll get to those. I've got a few questions about that later we can get to. Richmond's a really hard one because obviously
So much is going to happen.
there's so much going on. But they got pick 1, potentially pick 2 as well, 14, 20, 24. So many picks in that top 10.
Yeah.
Once that draft happens, I think we sit down and then work out
Yeah.
who they are.
Because, we don't know what they're going to
We don't know what they're going to be like. But if we go off, we did an episode yesterday with Dylan Alexander, who's a draft guru. And the 2 players he had at pick 1 and 2 was Sam Lawler into Jagger Smith.
Yeah.
Is it? Jagger Smith?
Jagger Smith and Sam Laylaw.
I think it's Lawler.
Laylaw.
Is it? He was saying Lawler.
Oh,
That's all right. That's, hey, whatever it is.
Each
is-
their own.
Whatever. Well, I
Tomato,
think
tomato.
there is a way.
Yeah.
Just not sure which it is.
Call him.
Yeah, I don't know him.
Oh, I
Can't
can
him.
call Sammy.
do it.
You know him? Call
Yeah.
him. And
we'll
ask him what
give him
number he'd want if he went to Richmond.
Okay.
That's huge.
That's huge.
See, Will's been great.
Will, don't ever doubt yourself. How do you know him? Where's he from?
I've bumped into him a few times at Public House.
There you go. Just exchange digits and just.
Yeah. See if he'll actually give us a call.
It stays in too. Even when Harry Perriman didn't have my number last week, we had to post it. He had no idea who it even was.
Absolutely get like fresh air here. Sammy, Sammy, how are you, mate? Not much. I'm on the pod with Dylan Buckley and Matt Kelly. We are doing numbers for new players at new clubs. Now we are giving you an absolute hypothetical here, mate.
Hey, Sammy, how are you, mate? Just want to say hello. Thanks for joining us if you're actually allowing this. We
Sam.
appreciate it. Just to give context, sorry, Will,
Yeah.
you run it, but to give context, we had Dylan Alexander in the other day, mate, and he had you at number 1 going to the Tigers. So
Yeah.
fingers crossed it happens.
Hopefully.
And we're going through the numbers and just working out, we're allocating new players to new numbers. Now,
Yeah.
they've got, I'm not sure if you've had a look, and be honest if you have or you haven't, there's got number 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 16, 17.
So a lot of good numbers
A lot
there.
of good numbers there, mate, to pick from. Say
Yeah.
you go pick one.
Yeah. So hypothetically, you go pick one, and you've got your choice of all those numbers at Richmond. What number jumps out to you first?
Number 4.
Yes, I
That's
love it.
confident.
Yes, I love it. because you just
Yes,
you fit in.
That's my number.
Yes, you fit into that Dusty mold as well. I like it.
Yeah,
There's a bit of pressure there. I like that.
Yeah, number 4, definitely.
Sammy, how's the year been going as well, mate? It's obviously been going very well for yourself. How have you found it? How are you going heading into the draft? Is it exciting? Is it what's happening?
No, it has. Well, I've been injured a fair bit of the year, but when I have been back, I've managed to have an impact, I guess, on the team. So I've missed a fair bit of footy, but no, it's been good. I'm just excited. I'm not looking too much into it. Just wanted to come quicker, I suppose.
Yeah, it's very good, mate. We've also got last question before we let you go, mate. There's been a debate in the office. How do you pronounce your last name? There's been Laylaw, there's been Lawler, there's been all sorts of things thrown around. Can you just confirm the pronunciation of your last name?
It's Lawler.
Oh, gee
You're
whiz.
on the money.
Yeah, so
No, Will wasn't on the money,
No,
mate.
I
He
wasn't on the money.
He was calling you Laylaw.
I've been throwing your name around in
Laylaw's near Reservoir, brother. It's
Yeah.
not. That's not his name. Okay.
So I do apologise for that, Sammy, but I'll let you go, mate. Thanks for
Best of luck, mate.
jumping on.
Appreciate that very much.
All good. Thank you.
Talk
See
soon,
you,
mate.
mate.
See ya.
See you later.
Wow.
Lawler.
It's spelled
he called
Layla.
you- we didn't hear it either, but Lawler big dogged him. He loves it. You two must have really got along at the public house.
Public
Oh,
house.
mate, absolutely. Yeah, we are. Yeah.
I like how confident he was for 4.
Yeah.
He just said 4.
No, and that's why he's going to pick one.
And that is
If Richmond's watching that, which I'm sure
tells
they
me.
will be.
Oh.
You, if there was any doubt, which there isn't, you'd be going, I'm taking this kid.
And if I'm-
he wants the 4.
And if I'm
a lot
Dusty-
of kids would go and be like, oh, fuck, Dusty, I'm not going to go there. Mate,
Nah,
he's
fuck
he's
he
Dusty.
tackled that. And
Sam-
if Dusty heard that, I think he'd be pretty happy.
Yeah.
Sammy's he's a very confident character. He's very confident with his footy.
Where's he from?
Ballarat.
He's from Ballarat,
I'm
but he
from
was
Ballarat.
playing for Grammar in APS.
I'm from Ballarat
This year.
too. I should have spoken
Get
to him.
absolutely
'Cause I was born at
fucked.
St John's Hospital there. Should have asked him where he was born there too.
You should have.
Moving on.
Colin
That
back.
was great. Do you have any other sort of high draft pick numbers?
What?
You don't know Jagger, do you?
I don't think Jagger and I are.
Because I don't want to break it to him that Sammy's taken
Uh,
4.
Jagger Smith is still. I'm still requested on
Oh,
Instagram.
They're all at school, probably.
Yeah, they're probably
That's
all.
great.
Oh, they're wrapping up year 12.
Okay, fair enough. Focus
yeah.
on his studies. Let's not annoy anyone.
Yeah.
Mate, that's great insight from
That's
there.
awesome.
If he's going the 4 then,
Yeah, I think there's no
does
players.
Jagger go in the 7?
If he's the pick, I think he goes.
Shit.
Mate, you've literally got like
I reckon
2,
9. Oh, but
6,
he's pretty
7,
lean, isn't he?
8, 9. What does Jagger? What's he
I
wear
like him
for
12,
TOC?
sorta.
He wears.
I reckon he wears
14.
12. He's got 12 on in the Australian team.
Oh, that was sus.
He's got 12. He's got
7.
6 on in the
He's
Australian
7.
team.
He
He's
was
got
7 at
13.
Oakley.
He's got 6
Ah.
for Vic Metro.
He's a bloody number merchant. He's everywhere. Number 7 at Oakley.
You don't choose these numbers, by the way. You
Yeah,
just
I
get
know,
'em. So
but-
Oakley, I'd say Oakley, he would choose that number, and he's got 7 on.
Done.
That's
Yeah.
cool. So there you go.
Yeah.
And
Next year,
he's built like a 7.
yeah,
I think.
I really like him in a 7 because he's lean.
Real lean, and
Yeah.
that's
And Vic
7.
Metro's got 7. Yeah, I think it's 7.
So, guys, who takes the number 50 at Richmond?
It's a good question.
Someone's got to do it. Someone's
who
got
was it before Pickett?
I don't think
No
there was
one. Someone's got to bridge the gap between 49 and 51.
You'd have to think they pick up a few of these dude listed guys. Like,
By the way, sorry, they haven't even made that
Yeah.
trade yet of the Richmond trade. So they don't have pick 1 and 2. This guy's all hypotheticals, but we do. Apparently, that is going to happen. So
that's what we do here.
yeah, so we preempt.
Yeah. And we also preface hypothetically.
Yeah, we did say that.
Yeah. Lots of times.
Beautiful. All right, moving on from Richmond,
Yes, moving on.
St Kilda. So pick 7 and 8. Which that's great picks. It's so interesting. We did this draft episode the other day. Again, apologies if you've listened to this again, but I think 5 years ago in 2019, Gold Coast had pick 1 and 2, which Richmond preemptively might have, and then Fremantle had pick 7, 8, and 9. So this year, Richmond might have pick 1 and 2, and then St Kilda might have pick 7 and 8, which is quite eerily similar.
Yeah.
Those picks 7, 8, 9 as well were fucking hectic. It was Hayden Young, Sarong, and he's at St Kilda now. Liam Henry. So 3 pretty good players. Liam Henry's he's getting there now. His new club. Moving on. 6 is available. 26, 30, 36, 38.
Yeah, if I'm ranking them, I think it's go 6. I'm going to say 36, 30, 26, 38.
It's a fair jump though.
I don't hate 36.
1 pick above
Nick Del Santo's number.
26.
No,
Yeah,
true.
1
Fuck.
pick above, 7 and 8, and it's a vast difference of numbers that you're getting.
Yeah.
The only thing I had a hypothetical was Darcy Wilson, or I reckon's an absolute jet.
Yeah.
He's in the 22.
Yeah.
We messaged him on the clubby account,
Oh,
and we gave him a bit of a head up, going, "Hey, just so you know, mate, 26 is available. Can I get your thoughts on what you think's going to happen?"
Mhm.
He goes, "Oh, intriguing. What do you guys think?" This is verbatim, like dead set. We're going back. We said, "Look, I think it's a good number, but also I really like him in the 22. Still side bottom, Josh Kelly, that type in his air." And he came back and said he's going to stay in the 22 because his great uncle, I think it was 22 for North back in the day as well.
Ah,
So
very good.
he's happy
insight.
there.
Yeah, no wrong answer there.
No wrong answer there. So I think pick 7 takes us 6, and then pick 8 takes us the 26.
Yeah.
Unless, again, it's hard with not knowing what they look like.
Yeah,
or if they're,
and that's the
you know,
biggest
mixed or
thing about
tall,
it.
So we don't want to get hold to that. Sydney Swans, we can nearly just move this because they've got like only 1 pick. I don't even know how that works in the draft. It feels like pick 19.
Well, yeah, it'll just depend on what he is.
What he is. Depends. 18, 20, 25, 26, 32, 38 is available. And then West Coast.
This is a big one.
This is a big one. They have a few available here. They have number 3. They have 17, which was retired by Josh Kennedy for a year. They have 23, 26, 27, 31, 35, 37, 38. The players coming into that club: Liam Baker, Jack Graham, Matty Owies, and pick 12. Have I missed anyone?
Can you just read me the numbers again?
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay. He was texting Sam Lawler, I think. 3, 17, 23, 26, 27, 31, 35, 38, 37.
I think
Baker goes into the 3.
Baker looks great in the 3.
He does.
That's a lock.
26.
So Jack Graham, reminder, he was 34 at the Richmond Tigers. Does he go 1 up and go
He
into
wouldn't
the
look
35?
He wouldn't look too bad in a 35, I don't think. I like him in a 20.
I like him in a high number.
Yeah, I don't
Because
mind
the
him
other ones
23
aren't
though.
low. They're not like...
Yeah.
Like I think we need the 17 in key forward after Kennedy.
Yep, 100%. Far out. It just depends who they pick, doesn't it?
Yeah. Look,
But
if it's a key
17
forward
needs-
for pick 12, give him the 17. And if it's a mid, you give him the 26.
What's Waterman in?
He's in 2.
The 2.
Oh,
But
he can stay there.
No, because Waterman's gone... He actually took Lacroix.
So, yeah, he wants
Yeah.
to. So,
Yeah.
he hunted. That's good.
Yeah. Was Lacroix 2?
He was the 2.
Yeah, yeah. So that leaves then Graham and Matt Owies, which again, Matt Owies was a 44. There's nothing really available. It's going to be a bit of an awkward fit for him.
26?
And I've got the 26 for the pick 12 if it's a midfielder.
Yeah, I like that for a
I'm
midfielder.
holding it.
23 is a good number. Yeah. Oh, jeez, I don't know here.
I almost think Graham would look quite good in the 26.
Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that.
Or do you go him in the 35? Again, this is, I don't know. It's not, nothing's jumping out to me on these ones. It's a bit of a nothing.
Too many numbers to allocate.
No, I don't mind. I don't mind on this, is what I'm saying. But if I had to
Yeah.
say it, I'd go Baker 3, Graham in the 23, Matt Owies in the 35, and I'd go pick 12 in the 17 if they're a key. If they're a small or mid, I'll go in the 26.
Yep, I like that.
Alrighty, Western Bulldogs, they have picks 6, 8, 11, 18. Sorry. Alrighty, Western Bulldogs, they have numbers 6, 8, 11, 18, 26, 35, 41. The only player they brought in via trade period was Matt Kennedy.
Yeah,
And I do not see him in the 6 or the 8.
I could see him in 18 or 11.
It's probably got to go the 11.
I think the 11
Yeah.
for me. I think he actually suits that well. He's a big midfielder.
He does actually.
In and out. I think the 11 suits him really well.
Yep.
His nickname is Bam Bam. It's
Yep.
two initials,
There you
1-1.
go. Yeah,
Just saying.
I like it.
Could be something in that.
Their draft hand is quite shite.
Yeah.
What did they give up for this? Was this Rory Lobb give up? Like, was it future first or something? Why have they only got such a low picks?
Well, we got pick 25 for Caleb Daniel.
Yep.
Pick 45 for Jack McRae.
Yep.
Pick 17 for Bailey Smith.
Yeah, you've had a lot of outs for not good.
So a little bit
But
of...
where's who'd you trade your future first to? Fremantle or something?
I think so.
Is that where?
Must have been for Rory Lobb.
Okay, which has actually come around and turned out pretty good.
He's
But,
been
yeah.
he's been really good. Dees turned himself around, playing the defensive role.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Leave some pretty big numbers there though in the 6 and the 8 for players. Being the Western Bulldogs man that you are, is there any other guys that you'd see coming into those numbers, or do you think it's just draft? Does anyone even deserve it this year? You know.
I think it's got to be like a sophomore player, like a second year, third year player.
Yeah.
Everyone's played alright. I feel like anyone who wants it, to be honest. Anthony,
No. That's not the way
You
this
cannot
works.
be making
That's
comments like
not
that
the
in
way
this
that
room.
works, mate.
I'm sorry.
Anyone
boys,
who wants
but-
it, give him Bonds 4. If he wants it,
you fucking serious, actually? What the fuck was that?
Ryan Gardner Bonds 4 because he wants it.
Well, it's not available, mate.
Steele's worked really hard on this, and that's a bit of a slap in the face.
Oh,
Yeah.
for fuck's sake. Sorry, boys. All right. If you want some legit, Harvey Gallagher played 20 games this year. Give him the 8.
What number is he at the moment? He's
We
12,
talked about
isn't he?
him.
He's 12 though.
Yeah.
I like him in 12.
It's not.
I
it's
could
not a
call
bad
him.
number. Do you know him?
Yep.
Give him a buzz.
Oh, Jesus. This is...
I don't mind it.
It's turning into a bloody radio show.
Yeah, this is
I
good.
don't mind it. Oh, do I know Matt Kennedy? Like I know him, I don't think I have his number. No.
Lockie Bramble, I know he's in his late 20s, but he could go to a...
The only one I am thinking again, this wouldn't happen because he's a premiership player, and I wouldn't want him to change. But like Bailey Dale in the 31's pretty shit.
Yeah. I wish he had a crack at a lower number. But there's just no one that's jumping out to...
Harv.
Um,
You there?
can you hear me?
Yeah, mate. You're on a Clubby Sports podcast here with Will Taylor and Dill Buckley.
How are you, Half?
We're just we're doing a bit of a number look around at the moment, and are you happy in number 12 at the moment?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're not.
absolutely.
There's a few good numbers available at the Dogs. There's nowhere else you'd rather
Just
be.
prefacing, Harv, we do like the 12 as well, but there is the 8 available that you would suit. So just wondering.
Nah, through me juniors, I had number 1 and number 2. So it's only fitting that I've rolled into the number 12.
That's fancy. See, we didn't know. This
See,
is what happens
this
here.
is
We
why we
didn't
need to
know
call
that.
him.
Yeah.
This is a great insight.
Harv, that's awesome.
You're happy with it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good.
very happy with that, mate.
Good insight.
All right, thanks, Harv.
Oh, no worries.
Catch up. See ya.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's good to know.
That's a good insight.
That's great insight
That's actually
into why
one and
he's
then
number
2 and
1
then
and number
12.
2.
That's
there you
beautiful.
go. He knows that 1 and 2 is 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
True.
the three's taken.
No, that
boys.
makes sense.
Yeah.
That's very good. Oh, well, there you go. We're not moving him.
No, he sticks there.
Pick 17 and 25 into the 6 and 8.
Why don't we just leave him? See what happens to Dogs next year. See how they get.
I actually wouldn't be opposed to retiring those 2 for the year.
Just give him a spell.
Yeah. Retire the 6.
The 6 is that Brad Johnson.
Brad Johnson.
It's a
great.
big number for their club.
Yeah.
I think 8 was Mitch Hahn.
Mitchie Hahn.
Yeah.
Rookie listed 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
But he was a gun.
Yeah.
Clay
Clay
Smith
Smith.
was
He
like
was number
14. or
14. He
something.
was
Yeah.
14. Yeah.
He was a gun.
Yeah.
That is something we haven't really been thinking about. Is that we don't have. I know for this we're filling them, but sometimes we could just give numbers just a year off for a better fit.
No, I reckon that's true. Like I don't like retiring them for a player being like let's retire it,
not
but
for
not at all.
significance.
Yeah.
No.
So I actually commented on the Western Bulldogs Instagram and said, I'm just loading here. Okay, I've turned the comments off. It's always good.
That's
Here we
fun.
go. Oh, fucking hell. Have they blocked me? I said, what number did he get, doggies? 10 replies, 46 likes. 11 or 26. Not 11. Could also get kicks. 6. Then someone said, saving 6 for Zach Butters. Lots of likes on that. People saying you're dreaming. Hold the 6 for Butters.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people saying not 6 or 8. They want him in the 11.
In the Western Bulldogs Facebook groups, there was a lot of people that were dying to get Zach Butters. They're like,
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
They
You know
speaking
why? 'Cause
into
he's from-
existence or something.
He's from Bacchus Marsh.
yeah,
So, like, western suburbs, he's from that way.
yeah.
I think they think he's going to come home. I don't think he is. He loves it there.
Apparently, everyone's got homesickness according to the Facebook forums.
But yeah, I'm happy to just give him a year. We'll see what happens next year.
Yeah.
Dogs might have some better picks.
I
People might come to the club.
I'd really love to see Bailey Williams in a different number other than the 34 because
Yeah.
he's one of like the core
Yeah, he is.
players.
But I feel like it sort of suits him now.
It does suit him now.
Yeah.
Just because he's had so many years, like 151 games.
Yeah.
You can't change
You can't
after
change now.
150 games.
No.
What do you reckon's the game cap where you can say, all right, you're stuck there now?
22.
22 games.
Yeah. Like,
Oh, but what if you're a pick, like you've played a full season and then someone's retired?
that's what I mean. Like, you play the full season, then go the next year, or in your second year, if someone hands it down to you and they say, I want you to wear this.
Well, yeah, that's why I think it's got to be like 30. Like, you've got to be able to.
You can't have blanket rules. It's too hard.
No, you
There's
can't.
so many.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
It's pretty hard.
No
To finish
black and white.
up, give me your personal favourite numbers that you would wear personally, and then also just your numbers that you go, any player could wear these numbers now. Like, it's just a very good generic number. If someone out there is going, look, I'm not that good at anything, but I just want to be out there and I want to wear a number that looks good on my back, what number would you
27.
wear?
27. I reckon it ties you in with the main group, but you're still like...
You still could go.
You
play
still
VFL.
got something to prove.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could go down to the 2s.
Yeah, I would say for that, I would say 22.
Yeah.
Similar area.
I
You could be one of the best players on your team, or you could be average and be 22. I reckon.
I think it's a great call, Mac. I had 22, 33, 44. I just think something about the Doublés
Yeah.
Yeah.
screams elite player, but also
Could be shit.
could be
Yeah.
shit.
100%.
Like
The 44.
I think it's
it's like-
really safe to go with the 22, 33. Not a lot of people are brave enough to go to the 44 because they think, oh, it's too high. But
Yeah.
I think if you're cool enough, you can rock it.
Yeah.
22, 33. If you just want to really play it safe, they're very safe numbers.
Yeah.
So what are your favourite numbers?
My personal favourites were 43, just for historic reasons.
Yeah.
7 and 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
The 4, definitely. Play my best junior football. Again, running around in the 2s with everyone else running around in high 20s, and then
Yeah.
me in the 4 was questionable,
Yeah.
but I enjoyed it. 4, I don't mind the 1. I like the 1,
Yeah, that's cool.
and then 7. I don't know.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Before I say if you're looking at me, so you've seen me play footy, obviously.
What were you, 62?
I feel like
67,
64.
65. All right, skills aside, you just like looking at me.
31.
31.
Yeah, 31.
I'll wear that.
Or like a 38 even.
Fucking hell. Well, to be fair, I was like fucking. I can't even tell you what number I was this year because it was some shit like 63 or something. I can't let that happen again this year. If you're listening from Surrey,
I reckon you should try and go to a 22, 33 or 44.
if I could claim
just to
one of them,
fit
but
in.
I'm a reserves player, so like they're not going
Go
to
to
give me
55.
preference. Maybe just day one, I'll just trot up there and just because we had to
Yeah.
all hand our jumpers back, so I might be able to just fly in and just try to snag a
Remember
14
that
or
back in
something.
juniors, how fun that was? I
Yeah.
still think my most sort of iconic memory of footy is that day they brought out the jumpers.
Yeah.
And everyone, it was sort of just like they dumped them on the ground. You just went
Yeah.
and picked one that was your size. And it
I
had
was
the
hawking.
number.
I was hunting. I was
Yeah.
straight in that pack,
Yeah.
diving in.
I didn't even I didn't back then didn't have this capacity to search for the numbers because like my first year playing. But I remember picking up a jumper. It was a long sleever, fitted me really well. And it was number 20,
Oh.
and I just loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
20
my-
like Simon Black back then, by the way. But that was my
Yeah.
vintage of coming through in 2001, 2002, 2003. I was like, I'm Simon Black.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
Nah. Being a part of the 2 skipper as a kid, I always thought it'd be good to have a low number, and then everyone else was like, "Oh, where's the 4 gone? Where's the 4 gone?" It's like, "Oh, bloody Will Taylor's running around with it in the 2s."
If I could pick a number though,
Shit.
That's great.
Oh fuck.
I would say my favourite number was always number 1.
Yep.
I only got it one season, and now my mate has just played a full season in number 1, and he's skinny 200 centimetres Sudanese
Perfect.
ruckman, and he's just got the Norm
Perfect.
Smith in it, so I think he's probably taken
I
it
think
from
he
me.
might have it, mate.
Yeah,
I
I
think
he's going to hold on to
He'll
that.
change after a Norm.
Yes, shout out Bowl if you're listening, but I would say 3. It was another
Nah,
one I used to
you're not
love.
number
I can't
3.
claim
No,
3.
you're
I'm
not
saying I
number
love it.
3.
But
Mate, if you've learnt anything over these last 2 episodes,
mate, I was
you're not wearing number 3.
You
Okay?
I'm not saying I deserve it, but I was always a low number.
Yeah, and
Do we
again,
have to get Brettles in here?
Oh, mate, I can't wait to tell Brett next week that Mac thinks he's a number 3.
My whole juniors, I was just like, I would really make
And
sure
you're
I had a
ruining
good
it for
number.
the kid that should have got that 3 probably should have got drafted and didn't because you took it.
You know, back at Swan Hill when I would like, so my brother, he was just like opposite of me. He couldn't. He'd wear number 44, not 44.
That's a good
Oh
number.
shit,
That's a good
40,
number.
47, and he wouldn't care.
48.
48, and then I'd be like getting my jumper, and I'd be sort of managing, making sure people are sort of wearing a number that suits them. But then I would just be biased and give myself like a 1 or a 3.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay, send us in, guys. Let us know what you think of that. There might be one more in us if you know there's some big list changes, and even around the draft time, I might pop back in and re sort of. Yeah, I think maybe that's what we do. We collaborate
Once the lists are
till
done.
now. Wait till the draft comes and we see sort of what's happened with their numbers, and then we rekindle and sort of see where we're heading into 2025. But appreciate all those number nuffies out there that appreciate it like us, and if there's anything that you have, make sure you send it through, and we'll chat to you soon.
And
Cheers,
we will
stuff,
say
guys.
before we go, watch this space. But when it gets to like start of next season, and everybody from local footy, you're considering your number swaps and stuff. We'll just say watch this space.
Watch
We'll
this
just
space.
say
We
that.
might be able to help a few people
might be
out
able to
next year
consult.
if they want to go. Thanks, guys.
Thank
Cheers.
you.